Fiona from Discovery here. Last week I talked about how STEM, science, technology, engineering and mathematics, was a way for us to make sense of the world around us. So today I wanted to talk about the natural world and living things when it comes to engaging in STEM with children. Exploring the natural world around us is a fantastic way of engaging in STEM learning with babies and very young children. Babies love to touch leaves and grass and put things in their mouths. They love to watch insects. They love to listen to birds chirping and singing. And toddlers and preschoolers love to make collections. If you've been around a toddler, you'll probably know that they love to collect rocks, they love to collect sticks, they love to collect bugs, anything that interests them. They like to make collections and categorize things. And it's a great start to STEM learning. As adults, as educators and caregivers, it's really important for us to show an appreciation and enjoyment of the natural world around us. Biophilia refers to this. It's an enjoyment of the natural world. Biophobia expresses a kind of fear and distaste for the natural world and living things. Now, these are both really highly transmittable to young children. I'm sure we've all experienced young children who are scared of spiders who have no apparent reason to be. As adults, it is our responsibility to try and transmit biophilia, to try and transmit a love of the world around us, because we're increasingly facing an uncertain future. We have issues like climate change, destruction of natural habitation and the environment. So we need to raise citizens that are biophilic and that have STEM literacy. When you're out and about with your child, encourage them to make observations about the world around them. How is the weather changing? How are the plants changing? Observational skills are some of the most important things that scientists use. A great way of extending STEM exploration in the natural world is to bring something like binoculars or a magnifying glass. It allows children to see things from a whole different viewpoint. It's also a great idea to talk about the space around you. This means identifying where things are, using a map, looking at a map, asking your child if they can help you get from one place to another place that they already know. Now, if we're talking about the introduction of STEM into the early childhood classroom, living things is a really great way to start. Children are living things themselves. They are surrounded by living things. They've got family at home, they've got caregivers, they've got animals. It just makes sense. Recent studies have shown us that children develop a basic theoretical framework to distinguish between living and non-living things much earlier than we'd previously thought. They can also rationally categorize natural objects and make predictions about biological matters, all before being immersed in the formal classroom environment. For young children, the idea of animacy, or the state of being alive, develops slowly. First they recognise humans, then animals, and finally plants. So what are the fundamental characteristics of living things? Well, there's several. They move, they respire, they grow, they're sensitive to change, they excrete waste, they reproduce, and they use nutrients. Now, when it comes to misbeliefs or naive conceptions about living things, young children often hold the same ideas. And those kind of ideas are that humans aren't animals, that bugs and birds aren't animals, that animals are only furry and four legs, that anything that moves is living, that growth only pertains to getting bigger, that weeds and fruit and vegetables aren't plants. So this is just some examples of misconceptions about living things. Okay, so that's it for me today. I hope you found it interesting. Please let me know if there's anything in particular you'd like me to chat about. See you next week. Bye.